Dave? Let's see. How am I doing with the, am I on?
Definitely louder.
What's the question?
Louder.
How's this? Ooh, my word. I believe so. Thank you. Let's start with a short one. I'm Steve. This is Luna Wolf. Sometimes when I squint, a lamplight is the moon. Sometimes I don't take a hint. I think she'll be home soon. Thank you, Dave.
That's a war poem?
No, I'm coming up to the war poems. We pretend we will never forget. We lie that we will love our neighbor. We humans continue being humans. It's time to withdraw with prejudice the term humane. It no longer and likely never did describe a human. All that is not human might better wear the mantle humane. Though, seeing humans as the flora and fauna in Gaia do, they'd likely quick discard the appellation. We thought we were built for this. We were never built for this. That's the title. Today there is sulfur. There is smoke. There is the clear sky thunder fragmenting bones. Abandoned fields irrigated in crimson as the former farmers cower in trenches. Seeds go unsown, feeding mice, rotting. There will be silence and stone monuments. There will be forgotten stone monuments with worn etchings of never again and we shall never forget. There will be a screaming silence in this war-torn land. There will be forlorn statues and plaques, unwashed, cracking, fading, hosting lichen. Tomorrow, 1,000 once mothers will shed tributaries of tear. A river of fears will flow to the seas, and hundreds of thousands of trees will drink of the sorrow. Each pain-drinking tree will leaf and fall and rot. Each lost-sipping tree will grow and be forgot. One day such silences will accompany the silent dead. The smoke will have cleared, the sun will have returned, the orphans will dance. War-making lives in our bones. Peace lives in our souls. Only our hearts can fully know both. Thanks, Dave. This is Frozen in Fire. That's great. I've spent a lifetime. I've just spent an hour. I've spent an hour. A lifetime growing my heart. This big, so big, this tender, this size, an hour listening to long-form journalism stories, school shootings, preparing a school for shootings, kids running in terror, terrorizing preparers with preparations that include blanks that shout and leave shuddering, that leave emotions blank, frozen in fire. I've spent a lifetime. I've spent an hour. The terror won't fit inside this heart. I can't fit it in as big as it's got. I can't get it in, much less hold it in. This was written for a memorial I do for Sandy Hook at the memorial in December. I tried to say immigrant argument, but only the word ignorance spilled from my lips. The fighter still remains. I cried for 2,996 lives today. I was washing dishes, soap and scum down the drain, geese heading south out the windows in V for somethings. Then I cried for the 500,000 lives forgone in Iraq. Then I cried for 111,000 Afghani lives. I was wiping the counter of gristle left from cooking. The stove is overworked, the pans left still to do. Birds hide in a holly bush overgrown and it's being overlooked there by the rundown, worn-out fence. The boxer is playing in my headsets, Paul and Art and Mumford and Sons. Everything else is leaking, dripping. Glasses on, but vision blurred. A squirrel is preparing for the death coming, scrambling and scrounging in the tall grass left unshorn, seeking seeds, nuts. Amid the reddening leaves who've left their tall posts, the rust-bellied squirrel draws its paws to its face, sat back on haunches, facing me through the glass glare, likely unknowing I'm there. But isn't this faith, after all? The little creature is still now, two palms to one another at its face, inquiringly facing me, crying at the sink, crying for my clean life. I know better than to know the squirrel is in prayer. I know better than to know life will change anywhere. I cried today for billions, for minutes. It was enough, or it was all I had. It was all I have, it was all I am, it was all I could do, to offer all I am, to give, to offer, to let out, to let in, to let on, to be with. It wasn't enough, I'm not enough. People is not what this world deserves. The sun, the moon, the truth, the wars. There's a war reporter in my ear. There's rain in my potatoes. There's tomatoes turning to running in my skillet. There's a life's love fitfully sleeping away the Tuesday. In the next room, there's coffee on my tongue and delighting my brain. There's dishes in the drying stage in the morning light. There's a thought of Siddhartha, who came to become the one who had no more becoming before him, only after stepping outside of the walls, outside of the rules, outside of expectations. There's a thought of Siddhartha Gautama, who came to see the broken, the bleeding, the aging, the hungry. There's a war reporter in my ear insisting on putting before us what we so easily, what we so regularly, what we so willfully put out of sight, out of earshot, out of the grand and limited sweep of our attention. Isn't this reporter trying to awaken us all? Isn't this reporter trying to awaken another, any other? You? Me?
That's cool. That's fun.
I'm just trying to think of one more just to wrap it up, because I was probably there for a minute. Just to brighten things, I switched my notes from my war poetry to depression poetry. It's just one rung up the ladder, or down, I don't know. This is called Here and Away. The sun's yet to rise here, I must report. It's dark as night today, here in my blanket fort. I've wrestled this brain awake, still my body swoons. I imagine finger painting archaic glyphs and runes on the undersides of linen wherein my flesh cocoons. The starlight cantrips I finger place are truly daylight stars in outer space, so Let the day fall fast and finally asleep all day, and come the dark as deep as both it and I may. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, everybody. Yay, good job, Luna. Thank you.